recommend a better streaming platform than Restream because I hope the owners of Restream are watching. You guys have made a terrible, terrible streaming service. Please take this off the internet. I hate you. I hate Restream so much. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Well, dude, it shouldn't be that hard. It really shouldn't be that hard. Like on the technology side of things, we're not doing anything fancy. We don't even have things set up for like super chats or pay to play. You
Bro,
know,
what's crazy is all my Apple products are acting like Android products. So, like, it's kind of no different than when I was on the fucking shitty Chromebook, which is wild.
Yeah, so I think it might be time to graduate from Restream, apparently. So next episode, we'll be working on getting some better technology. So sorry for the tech difficulties, a little bit out of our hands. Maybe it's the will of the force. I don't know. But we'll have to upgrade next time. But otherwise, how are you, dude?
Aside from that massive crash out that nobody's going to get to see now, because I deleted the video, um, doing all right. Got a fucking nasty little upper respiratory infection and sinus problems. So that's why I sound the way I fucking do.
Oh
But other
man.
than that, doing pretty good. I can't wait to watch the Mando trailer. I can't wait to talk about the prequels. Can't wait to talk about Star Wars, bro.
Dude, I'm so excited as well. I know after our last episode, we were talking about, hey, next sessions is going to be a real fun one. We're going to talk about what we really love about some Star Wars stuff, and for us, it happens to be the prequels that we definitely are both very tightly kind of bonded on. We love the OT. OT is always so special in our hearts, but I feel like you and I, whenever we talk about some Star Wars stuff, it's prequels related, and then also Old Republic related as well, which could be another stream for another time where we dive into some Old Republic stuff. But dude, I'm excited to go over all this today. I've been looking forward to it for the last month.
Dude, I can't wait, bro. Like, honestly, as much shit as I've talked about the Mando and Grogu trailer, just the movie in general, because their marketing has been kind of atrocious. Like, they restored a little bit of my hype with their trailer, but
Yeah,
again, they have. I know this is supposed to be the appreciation video, but they really shit the bed for the marketing on this movie, bro. So it's like this movie has to be good. It's got to live up to the hype that the trailer has given me.
I believe so. The same as you, right? I'm like I'm in the same realm with that. I'm like, ugh, and it better deliver. We're gonna go into the trailer, like right after this, and I have some comments. I'll hold off until we kind of watch that trailer and talk about it because very much like you were saying, it better deliver. But if we know previous Star Wars trailer lore, it's not always the case.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I've got some hope for the movie. I don't want to say I got high hopes because I don't want to set myself up for failure.
No, I mean that's kind of what it's been like as a Star Wars fan under Disney, right? It's we have to be cautiously optimistic, as I like to say, right? There
Well,
maybe there's
and
some things we can like, but we can't be shooting for the moon.
yeah, bro, and I mean, like honestly, like I try to think of myself as more of a grounded Star Wars fan when it comes to stuff, and not just with Star Wars. Like I take a grounded opinion and look at things like in general. Like if
Yeah.
there's it when the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie comes out, I'm gonna be well, first of all, where the fuck is that trailer?
Oh my god, I know.
We're sitting here giving shit to the Mando and Grogu trailer, yet Brand New Day has given us nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. We still have really have nothing from Doomsday.
Yeah, that's true. But like I go into it like, hey, this could be good, but also like I've been burnt in the past, not just by Star Wars, but by like the MCU. Like I always say, aside from No Way Home and Fantastic Four First Steps, the last good MCU movie was Shang-Chi. So do with that information what you will. But I think they're gonna do something crazy in the Mando and Grogu. Like they've been keeping so much under wraps, and I just feel like I'm kind of with Sklee now that I'm thinking about it. Like they can't not do something crazy in this movie, but I know what they're capable of and what they've delivered on in the past. Hasn't
Yeah.
been that great.
Well, let's start watching some stuff for what's coming in the future here, right? And let's see then we can get into a good vibe when it comes to talking about the mother effing prequels, baby. Let's go. But before we continue, let's tell everyone how we're enjoying our session today at Yoda's Hut. How are we going to relax, decompress, you know?
Well, after that massive crash out on Restream that doesn't exist,
I don't know what you're talking
except
about.
I'm chiefing on some nice Skywalker OG. So
My
very
favorite
fitting for
strain,
the.
my absolute favorite strain of all time. You know, it's a great, if I remember correctly, it's a great little hybrid leaning towards a little bit more of the indica side. And I haven't been able to find it since college, at least in flower form.
This
So
fucker went to college.
to get more knowledge, girls go to Naboo to show their boobies. No, I'm kidding. uh, and then for me, everyone, I mean, I am actually just like last episode, I took a little bit of an edible, you know, just to kind of get into this vibe here because you know, I have a bunch of flour, but lately I've been like, you know what? I haven't done edibles in a while, so it's been kind of the way I've been doing stuff lately. So, you know, so sue me, sorry.
Well, you want to pull up the Mando and Grogu trailer, and we can
Yeah,
get into this.
yeah, we're gonna pull up the Manu Grogu trailer. We're gonna get that linked up right now, and then everyone, we're gonna go over the Maul trailer. I think there's some good comparisons we can make based on kind of the two directions Lucasfilm is going, and then yeah, we'll pull up a bunch of prequel stuff after, and just kind of laugh, review, and discuss. But yeah, let me share my screen here. Okay. All right, I'm sharing.
I'm waiting on Restream.
There we go. Perfect. Let me get the volume going. Let me lower this a little so it doesn't blow our ears out. But let's watch this.
Fake ass R4 replacement.
Hey, never touch the buttons.
The buttons again.
I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you
So,
whatever you want.
dude,
looking for
pause it
a-
real quick.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm very excited to see is obviously they're going to Nal Hutta, but
Mhm.
I've also been seeing reports that before they go to Nal Hutta, they're gonna like where this is Nar Shaddaa. And if they bring
Oh.
in Nar Shaddaa into live fucking action, bro, oh, dude, that's just you give me the live action Old Republic, please. Like, if you guys are going to be doing those types of planets, just give me them in their prime when they're supposed to be. Don't give it to me in the New Republic era. But it's going to be so cool to see Nal Hutta and freaking Nar Shaddaa potentially in
Damn.
this movie.
I know you can't see my face, but I'm like doing one of those like grimaces where I'm just like, yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be pretty cool. Also, fun fact, the guy who's voicing this character is Martin Scorsese.
Which is wild because he says that Marvel movies are stupid.
Yeah, they're a theme park or a roller coaster, right? Like they're in a way kind of criticizing the quality of their cinema. Marvel has done, I think, some great things early on in their tenure.
Dude, Marvel has done such great stuff up until the multiverse saga.
Pretty much, yeah. Now, I guess before we do the trailer, I guess for Martin Scorsese being a part of this, Star Wars has done so much from a storytelling perspective, from a technical filmmaking perspective, that I think he probably views it like many other creators in a light that's not just nerdy sci-fi fun action, right? But let's keep going.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters, war criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Pause it. What
Yep.
was that writing? We'll
Well, let's
take
go
out
back.
every bad guy in your deck of cards, bro. Like that's what y'all wrote. I mean, I shouldn't be expecting a lot from a movie that's literally titled "The Mandalorian and Grogu."
Creative genius.
Um, but really, like, we'll take out every bad guy in your deck. They couldn't have come out with anything else like that. That's what you okayed,
I
Favreau and Filoni.
I think though, based on what it looks, she actually has a physical deck of cards
Oh
for
yeah, I
bad
know
guys.
she actually does, but I'm talking about the bad guys line. I'm like, really? That's what you wrote?
Well, if it's anything like what we've heard about how Netflix, instructs how they want the
Oh
dialogue written,
God.
it's very much telling the dialogue is there now to literally tell you the plot for what you're not watching. So that's probably one of those where they're thinking someone's gonna be on their phone, and it's like, wait, what's the plot of this movie? Oh yeah, Mando has to go after the bad guys that are in her deck of cards. It's probably a very straight up. This is what the plot is. We'll probably hear it a few times.
I hope not. I hope the writing in the movie is actually good. Because that's like my biggest complaint with a lot of media. And it is like the Netflix thing. Like they literally want writers to write, they want them to dumb down their writing because they know people are going to be on their phones. But if you write an interesting story, then maybe people won't be on their phones like that. But what do I know? I'm just a guy that consumes the stuff that Hollywood produces. In my opinion, it doesn't matter.
No, it
But
doesn't
I'm
matter.
very excited to see what Mando has to do with the twins because I was talking with Clone Force, and we might be getting we're theorizing on a nice little Boba Fett cameo because the last time we saw the Hutts was in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, no, it wasn't in the book of Boba Fett. From what I'm understanding as well, is that this is probably what maybe around almost 10 years after Return of the Jedi. So Jabba the Hutt died, power vacuum, right? Twins kind of stepped in. Seems that they're kind of taking over a lot of Jabba's stuff and part of that Hutt space. I'm sure there is something to do with the twins going after Jabba's son. Probably that's why maybe they've hired Embo to go after Jabba's son. So then there is no claim to Jabba's territory, Jabba's throne, you could say, by Rada, right? So maybe that's where the connection is going to be. And that's why we're seeing them now be more prominent on Tatooine in Hutt space and why they might be the actual villains. And it could be a smoking gun. I'm thinking maybe like they're trying to say, hey, go find and save Rada, but they're the ones who are going to be trying to kill Rada. What do you think?
Well, considering you literally called Mando getting his helmet ripped off, if that's actually the plot twist of the movie, I guess I'll send you a reimbursement for your popcorn and snacks.
Well, at that point, between this and I think maybe at the end we should tease a little bit about something else that we've been working on a little bit. We might as well just be writing for Lucasfilm. Oh my God, it's so simple. But let's keep going here.
This isn't about revenge. It's about
Whoa, he can do stuff.
preventing another
Oh,
war.
oh, dude, you had paused it on such a good frame of like whatever droid those are.
Oh yeah, want me to go back a tiny bit?
Yeah, those
Eh.
are sick.
Yeah, those look pretty good. Well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, no, I mean, so far we'll get into when the trailer's over. But this looks visually very nice.
You know what else looks visually very nice?
Padme, what? Who?
Well, you know what else looked visually very nice that came out under Disney that didn't turn out to be so well?
I told you we'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after.
Embo looks so good.
Called it, like you said. I called it. So everyone chat, everyone watching, there was, I guess, a conversation had, and I think Nerd, you told me about this when we were on the phone. It was the guy who plays Mandu, the guy who plays Mando. That's not Pedro, right? What's his name again?
I want to. Brendan Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say like there is something that like he leaked or like he just straight up said that like Pedro was only like in the movie like on screen for like 10 minutes or something, or that might have like been a report. I honestly don't remember because
Something that was said about that, and it was like he's only in the movie for 10 minutes, but it's like he only came to filming for like one day, right? So my first reaction was, well, if he's there filming that short of a scene, but also there in general, because so much of what he did on the show when they didn't show his face was he was just there for, I think, besides season 1 when they actually had him in the suit for like a little because it was new, but otherwise he's just doing ADR. He's just doing the
yeah.
voice in his house in a closet usually. He's never really there ever. So hearing that he was actually on set, they filmed some stuff with him post season 2. That just means, okay, his helmet's coming off. I'm like, well, we've already learned the lesson. Part of season 3 was getting his honor back because he took his helmet off. I doubt he's going to do it again willingly. This is probably like, okay, he probably gets captured by Embo, and Embo, as a form of torture or just a form of humiliation, takes his helmet off. And literally, what, the trailer came out 2 days later?
It was the next day, actually. But Wrath pointed it out when the Broken Tusk went over it. If you go back like 1 or 2 frames from where we're at right now in the trailer, you can tell it's the droids that we had already seen in the trailer. So it's not Embo that rips it off.
Yeah. So, but in general, right? Instruction under Embo to, hey, let's take his helmet off. Probably. Like, I want to see his
Well, I'm
face.
wanting to say that that's in front of the Huts because you hear the Huts talking. But then again, this is trailer editing, so
Yeah, exactly.
and
You know,
also this might not even be in the movie.
this might not even be in
Remember
the movie.
Marvel back in 2018, 2019?
You know, that's really valid because everyone's gonna be like, wait a minute, Pedro plays him. Then they'll get all the Pedro stands. Actually, yeah, this does kind of look like the throne room area from what we've seen in the trailer with the huts. Now that I really look at it, but let's see. I don't know, but yeah, it might not even be in it.
You will suffer, and then it will be his turn.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
I'm excited
Do
for
we
that
run?
for fucking Mando versus the goddamn basilisk looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that, bro.
yeah. So I'm gonna assume here too. After he gets his helmet ripped off, they probably throw him in a pit like they did with the Rancor for like with Luke and the Rancor. Probably
Yep.
like their pit of death, and then he's
Well, I
gonna
mean,
fight his way
straight
out.
up, there's a Empire Strikes Back reference with the whole. Are you scared? You should be.
Yep, I have a bad feeling about this.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
Can't wait to see Zeb, dude.
What are you waiting for? Let's save the rest for after dinner.
Yeah, y'all could have cut that out of the trailer.
Yeah, that's the little funny stuff I don't think we need, which is, but it looks so much better in terms of what I expected. it looks more movie ready than scenes of a TV show.
Yeah. I love the little hints that they're doing about like that Grogu's gonna live centuries beyond Mando.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll die in this movie.
I totally doubt it, dude. He's their marketing cash cow that they could literally milk for years. They could literally milk it for years because of he can live for centuries. He could show up in post sequel timeline for
I was talking
so
about
long.
Mando.
Oh, Mando. Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah, I hope
Grogu.
Mando dies in this movie. So that way they have to progress Grogu. Um, like they just have to progress his character. Because
Yeah,
realistically, how much longer can they do like the whole, oh, let's save the rest of the snacks, kid? Like, come on now. Like, I
yes.
get Star Wars is for 12-year-olds, but come on now.
Stop pushing the buttons. Like, okay, he likes to push buttons. Yeah, I mean, there are parts of this though that I think, as we talked about, that look interesting. Like, hey, what's really going on with the twins? What's going on with Hut Space? Right, all the stuff that the Huts do now that Jabba's been gone for a while. Is there a power vacuum? I mean, so far the aliens look fantastic. The CGI on that looks great. All of this, I mean, Mando looks good the way that they have it here with the lighting and everything. This, I mean, I'm curious. Like, we still have the remnants of the Empire. We're probably going to be in that deck of cards that he so talks about, which literally is right here, with the Kathleen Kennedy stand-in, Sigourney Weaver. What do you think about Mando and Grogu? I mean, sorry, what do you think about Grogu's little armor?
I kind of like it. I like that they're showing him using the force more. I like that they're showing him actually suiting up. So then maybe he actually does something other than babble and push buttons. Um because like I said, dude, they have got to progress this character, bro. He has been around for almost fucking and no, he's been around for 6 years, bro.
Yep,
And they've done nothing with his character. Absolutely nothing. They tried and then they brought him back because they got scared that they weren't going to make money.
it's true. Do we think he's actually going to talk?
No, I don't think he's talking in this movie.
I mean, he's 5 years old technically, or going on 6 years old. In terms of his species, right? That's kind of the way they put it. 10 years is like a year. If
Something like that.
he ain't talking at 5 or 6.
We'll see. I think it was Skywalker Academy, if he ends up popping in this stream. He made a comment that Grogu is or Yoda was a Jedi master by 100 years old.
Yep.
Grogu is 54 at this point in the timeline.
Okay.
There's got to be some sort of character development, brother. Like, you get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we could see that through the Force, he can communicate right with Ahsoka. He retains information and he's knowledgeable. While he still has some kid characteristics, right, with the buttons, with the eating
Yeah,
of the
that's
snack.
fine and dandy, but like, come on, bro, fucking level up a little bit.
I know, right? Yeah, right. Level up, skill issue. Get good, cry about it. I'm excited for the choreography here. I've never had issues with the fighting choreography in The Mandalorian. I always thought that was something that was, compared to the sequels, top tier, right? The
No,
fighting choreography,
that's not a high bar to fucking
not a high,
surpass,
not a high bar to surpass, but it did surpass it by a really good margin, in my opinion.
it did. It
It
did.
did. And speaking of the sequels, so for everyone out there, right? If everyone remembers, the marketing and the trailers for the sequels when they were coming out were fantastic. It's The Force Awakens, great. The Last Jedi marketing and trailers were absolutely top tier. And even though Last Jedi sucked, the Rise of Skywalker trailers were still sick. They were
Oh yeah.
So when Nerd and I are talking about before what looks good and is it indicative of is it going to be a good film? Unfortunately, even with Disney Star Wars, we can't even lean on that. So that's where we're like, hey, the marketing's been pretty crappy. And while this looks like a really good trailer, it's gotten me more excited. It makes it feel more movie like. I still can't rest on my laurels and say, well, looks like it's going to be a good movie because
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would love to say that it's going to be a good movie just based off the trailer, there's been too many movies in my lifetime, not just Star Wars, where
true.
the trailer looked fantastic, and then you go to see it and you're like, "Are we? Did you show me the trailer for the same movie that you just put out? Like what?"
Yeah. No, and even when the movie's good, the trailer's still not really
Bro,
telling of what's in
there's
it.
been so many instances where the trailer looked terrible, but the actual movie was fantastic.
Yeah. Also, third option.
Solo.
Yeah. Also, dude, third route. There are so many scenes in that Rogue One trailer that weren't even in the movie, good trailer. A lot of those scenes in the trailer weren't even in the dang movie. So trailer is for me now just a nothing burger for a lot of these movies, even just in Hollywood in general. I don't really pay attention to trailers as much anymore because the Marvel effect or just the trailers not really telling what the movie. I mean, the movies are still cut up and reshot almost up until the release, which we've seen in modern day movie making.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that there's been plenty of times that people have bitched about like, oh, the movies gave away too much of or the trailer gave away too much of the movie. I don't need to go see it now. Dude, for the first movie that Star Wars is putting out in 7 years, I want to make an exception. They're like, dude, you've got to entice me to actually go see this movie. And they did that with this trailer because before I was very hesitant to go see it in theaters. Now I'm like, I might not actually regret this now.
For sure. Now, I don't want to get it twisted, everyone. We are going to go see this movie. For me, it's not as much because the trailer looks really good. It's because I want to be able to talk about it, give it its fair share, right? Definitely, either if it's good, give it its flowers. If it's not, kick it in the dirt. And yeah, being a channel that talks about Star Wars, something that I'm going to go see. So, but it's exciting. What do you think of this shot here of Embo, though? I mean, it looks
I
better
think he
than I
looks
thought it would.
fantastic, bro.
You want to know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the video game animatic of Vader when he's walking in the snow to go see Starkiller before
Yes.
Starkiller destroys all those stormtroopers with the Force. It does look a little video game animatic to me.
Well, you got to remember this is the lowest budget Star Wars movie in history. Um,
Yes.
so we do have that. But I mean, for $166 million, I think he looks pretty good, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we have to see him moving, right? And him talking face on to the camera. Because, another thing that was cheap that was made was Book of Boba Fett with Cad Bane, right? Cad Bane was very practical in the approach
Yeah.
they took. Now, of course, I think they could have used maybe a little bit of technology CG to lower his mouth a little bit, make it look a little bit more like his species and other live action media and animated. But we'll have to see what he looks like. I know this is kind of like a still shot in a trailer, probably all CGI generated, but could be interesting. I mean, Grogu looks pretty good. I want to see where is.
I forget who posted about it, but supposedly, like Embo, fucking pulls up on him on what's the name of the planet that um,
Oh, confirmed. Confirmed.
oh,
They take his helmet off.
oh shit, that's crazy.
Okay, so he figured it out. So it is the Hutts, the twins that capture him and take off his helmet. Which very so
So
yeah.
Embo probably does pull up to their little cabin on what's the name of that planet from season 2 and 3?
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't rewatched Mando because of season 3 in a bit. Yeah, I will say that I haven't rewatched it, but interesting. You know, there could be a twist. Embo might not be working for the Huts. I don't know why he's there, but who knows?
It's bad guys versus worse guys.
But yeah, so overall, I know you've talked about this on Broken Tusk, on some other stuff. What would you rate this trailer?
Trailer wise, I'm going 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna go similar, 8 out of 10. Because as a trailer itself, it's a good trailer. It's got good visual shots. I believe I can pretty much tell what the plot of the movie is basically going to be in a general sense, right? Mando going after bad guys from that deck of cards, coming across different groups of the galaxy. The twins with the Huts get mixed up with some bounty hunter stuff with Embo, right? And it's eventually it's all probably going to tie together, as well as with the through line plot from the show. What are we going to do with this baby, right? So, and how is he going to be set up for the next future decades? Because yeah, he is going to live a really long time, and of course it has Zeb. So I have to appreciate that because Zeb, oh my god, he looks so good for live action.
Dude, Zeb looks fucking fantastic.
He looks good, and honestly, this is a shot that looks better than a video game animatic. This
Yeah.
actually looks way better. It's fantastic. So yeah,
Say that again.
it looks fantastic. Oh my god, this is not like your Fantastic Four review thing, which both also has Pedro Pascal. God damn it! Oh god. Okay, well now we're gonna move on that note. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the Mandalorian and Grogu most recent trailer. And do you think we're getting another trailer?
I don't see that. We barely got this one.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think we're going to be getting another trailer anytime soon. Watch, they're going to drop one like May 4th.
Okay, so here's the mall trailer. Let's go over this on this stream here and now compare it. So before we go into it though, right? Another big project coming out for Lucasfilm this year. This is on the animated side, which people for years have been saying the animated side seems to kind of have more of that high quality Star Wars content. While Star Wars traditionally is a live action brand, a movie brand, especially, it seems that their shows from a quality standpoint have been more consistent and more up to the task of actually expanding the lore. Now, I'm not going to say always honoring the lore because it is usually a Filoni run division, which has contradicted some lore written in visual media before. But this is probably, I think, the most looked forward thing for a lot of, I would say, Star Wars fans that are still around. What do you think?
Oh yeah. Most everybody I talk to say that they're really looking forward to the mall trailer, or not the trailer, the show. I'm looking forward to the show after seeing the trailer. Me and you've talked about it like on phone calls and stuff. I don't like the comments that Sam and everybody else has been making about the show, except for like one. There's one that came out where like Sam like recorded live action like references for like choreography, facial expressions, emotion, stuff like that. Which that's cool. I like that. I really love that. Like because like even in season 7, dude, they had Ray Park come in and do mocap for the
So
fight with
sick.
Ahsoka.
So
So
sick.
I love shit like that. But what I don't like is hearing like, oh, Maul's gonna be scared of the Empire. Oh, Maul thinks that we need a Jedi Knight or two now because Palpatine's big and bad and scary. Like, bitch, you have literally been tortured by this dude. You know what he's capable of. Why? Why are you shocked? Why
Because
are
he
you
can't beat
shocked?
him. He knows he can't beat him.
He knows he can't beat him, dude. He lost to him in Clone Wars multiple times.
Yeah, he got his
So he
dick
knows what
kicked
he's
in.
capable of. He should not be shocked or scared. Maybe scared a little bit. Because if I got thrown up against the window and saw my brother stabbed in front of me, I'd probably be pissing and shitting and farting when Palpatine shows up, but
Yeah, by an old white man. Oh my god, who's wielding two lightsabers and just laughing the whole time. He's like, just doing flips and shit. And you
so yeah,
got
that I guess I can understand, but like I mean, I've talked about it with multiple people and I've talked about it multiple times. Of
yeah.
all of Sidious's apprentices, Maul is like the closest one to actually know what was going on, like what was the actual plan.
More so, yeah, way more than Dooku. Way more
So
than
it's like,
Dooku.
bro, he knows what Palpatine's capable of. He knows
Yeah.
about the Empire. I mean, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into this real quick. I'm just gonna delay starting it a little bit because there's a train coming by my apartment, and we're
Yeah,
just
I
gonna let
hear it.
this.
I thought it was the train by my house, but it would have been a lot louder if it was by my house.
Oh no, it comes literally right in front of my apartment, so it's gonna be loud. So I'm gonna mute my mic once we start this trailer. So yeah, let's get this going and let it play through while this train passes by.
Make sure you play the right one this time.
Times have changed.
Okay, he is. He's playing the right one, chat.
I will show you the galaxy for what it truly
Shut up.
is. See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds? Always running.
I invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
Good question.
Good question.
And I offer you an opportunity.
This right here makes me retract like all my words. Because this trailer doesn't show me Maul being scared of anything.
No, it's not.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive.
The
Also,
animation.
I want to
is so
touch on the
good.
fact that Twi'lek is pink instead of red. Um, I don't think people remember that. 'Cause a lot of people I've seen talk about this are like, oh, they're using George's sequel treatments and bringing that to life and doing little key jangler stuff. Like, okay, that's cool. And then like I've seen people bitch and moan about the Twi'lek being pink. I guess they forget that Talon was from the Legacy comics, which
Yep.
is 150 years
With Cade
after.
Skywalker. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like 150 or 155 years after the Battle of Yavin. So he
Mhm.
literally just plucked her from that era and put her in his sequel treatments. So who's to say that she was going to be 1 to 1? So I'm fine with her being pink, and if it ends up not being Talon, I'm fine with that too because then it's just another Legends character that does not get ruined.
No, for sure. And when it comes to Talon, right?
I
She,
also don't know much about her, so I'm probably just talking out of my ass. I just want to put that out there.
yeah. Let's talk more about Talon. Let's finish watching this real quick.
But do not live.
I'm excited to see who that other Jedi
The Emperor wants you dead. Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Wow.
God, it looks so good, dude. I mean, as much shit as I talk, it looks so good. I
Wow.
love the sound design from both trailers, like with the original music in the Mando trailer kind of being edited into the ship failing because of Grogu pushing buttons. I
Yeah.
love the inclusion of the Duel of the Fates music in this trailer. Bro, like, the sound design, Skywalker sound be fucking killing it.
Yeah. No, it scored really well. Also, not related to the trailer. You know that train I was talking about?
Yeah.
It stopped in front of the apartment because down the tracks a little bit, some idiot left his truck parked right like where the rails are. There's a pickup truck that is parked. No one's there. No one's in the car, and the bed of the truck is like just over where the tracks are.
A dog, his fucking truck probably died.
I don't know if it died or not, but he's not even there, and this train is now parked. That is
I'm
crazy.
surprised they
But
had enough time to stop.
they go pretty slow. They're like it's like one of those freight train things.
Yeah, I deal with those all the time. I fucking hate them.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit
They always
annoying.
show up as I'm like trying to go to lunch. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But this fucking trailer, dude, like what I said, bro. Like I'm talking all that shit about Maul, and then they show me this. Like,
Another hallway scene.
yeah, but that's not as cool as the season 7 hallway scene.
How do you know? Now he has a lightsaber.
In season 7, he didn't need a lightsaber to have a hallway scene. He had a hallway scene with the fucking hallway. But it is I love when they incorporate the saber staff because, bro, we don't really see stuff like that.
No, we don't. Dude, the look at the lighting. So the lighting here looks fantastic in all these scenes. I mean, the animation for this art style, I mean, remember 2008, dude? Oh my god. Just come such a long way. So okay, so we got a little bit more of his Dothraki, or not Dothraki. I always say that. His Dathomirian species, Zabrak species. If we kind of break this down almost like frame by frame, you know, and I mean, there's not that much we can tell from this trailer. I think it's more just visually super appealing. Do you think these are lower levels of Coruscant?
Um, Actually, I think they came out with an article and it was like a brand new planet.
Okay.
I definitely think that at some point during the 10 episodes, we are going to see the lower levels of Coruscant. I don't see how we can't.
Yeah, especially if it's like crime, underworld, and this is while he's building up that
Exactly.
empire, which has to be lower levels of Coruscant driven. Now, did they announce they're going to drop all 10 episodes at once?
No, it's every Tuesday.
Okay,
I want to say every Monday or Tuesday. I forget.
sweet. Look at this. He's got the metal legs, right? So his knees are metal. I believe that's him.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so here we go. We have the pikes.
Dude, that's oh my god.
The contrast of the green versus probably his hallway, which is all red. And then, yep, we got stormtroopers involved.
The early fucking TK trooper armor from
Yep,
Rebels.
yep. Which but looks better in this art style. This,
Everything looks
and this
better in
is
this
and
art
this is
style.
before Rebels. This is God,
Yeah,
like
well, Bad
this is
Batch also had them too, and Bad Batch is before Rebels.
yep. Yep. Yeah, Bad Batch is immediately after Order 66, Revenge of the Sith. This is gonna be what, 5 years, they
Mm,
said?
No, 1 year.
1 year, okay. So this is before our timeline. I'll sneakily say. Okay, so here's who we think is potentially Talon.
Her master, I'm very interested, or whoever the fuck the this guy that she's with, because he uses the Force to stop that fucking transport vehicle.
Yes.
I'm very, very interested to learn about him and like who he is. Like I want to know who this guy is.
Yeah, and honestly, I think she is gonna be talent. I really do.
I think she is. Like I said, I'm fine with her not being red. Because like who's to say George would have made her 1-to-1 from the comics? I mean, he probably
It could
would
just be
have
the
because it's
lighting.
fucking George Lucas. But
Yeah, it could just be the lighting. I mean, do we see any
well, no, she's
actual?
straight. She's pink. She's
Yeah,
pink, bro.
yeah, but maybe she gets angry and I don't know, turns red, or maybe she takes like the mall approach and she gets tatted.
Oh yeah, I think she's definitely gonna take the tatted approach, but I don't see her skin changing to red
Yeah,
unless it's just like irritation from the tattoos and it
it
stays. I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, who knows what it's going to be? She could get tatted black and red to make it more like she's losing her old skin. She's pink. I don't want to Google pink Twi'lek. I feel like that would come up with some really inappropriate things with how people view Twi'leks.
Oh, it hurts to laugh, bro. I'm suppressing a fucking massive cough right now. Fuck.
Because based on other Star Wars media, Twi'leks are seen as, I don't know, a attractive group of aliens for some reason in this universe. So it's
Hey, there will be no Twi'lek slander on my channel.
no, I'm not slandering it. Just yeah, I'm afraid to look up
Well, first of
pink
all, we got to
Twi'lek.
figure out how old this Twi'lek is before we get into that topic.
Yeah, well, she's force sensitive. It's clearly was trained in the Order as a Jedi, 5 to Order 66, which can lead to many down to the path of like why that maybe she goes against the Jedi or she uses the dark side of the Force in the future, especially when Maul gives her that push down the path, which could happen. And I think if they do bring it and it is Talon, it will be an
Qu-
honor, kind of those George sequel treatments, even though
oh yeah.
Dark Talon is from 150
Question:
years in the future, but just
do you think we'll
yeah.
see an Order 66 flashback in animation, like we did with Bad Batch?
I am gonna hope not. I'm over it. I'm
Well,
over it. I don't
I'm
need to see
over
her
it, but the
backstory of her being
only
like a child.
the only reason I would be fine with it is because this is literally a year after the Clone Wars. And we have no idea. Her and her master could have been off on another mission without clones because there were
Yeah.
Jedi that didn't take clone battalions with them.
No, it's true. It's true. I mean, I don't know
That's the
if we would
only
need a full
exception that I'm
flashback.
giving for the Order 66 Survivor stuff is because it's literally a year after the Clone Wars.
No,
But
it's true. I
I'm
feel
so
you.
unless they're gonna give me the full on Order 66 in the temple, bro, quit fucking giving me flashbacks. Quit giving me member berries. Like, yes, I remember Order 66.
I don't
I
even want
remember. I
that.
promise Star Wars. I remember Order 66.
Oh, I remember. I don't even want a full Order 66 Temple flashback. We've seen it so many times, and that just takes up time in the episode. I don't need it.
Well, that's the good thing. Every episode is supposed to be like flowing into each other. There's no filler. There's no one-off episodes. But I would like to see like at one point in some project, like they just need to give us the full Order 66 in the Jedi Temple. They need to show Anakin stabbing the temple guards through the roof of their mouth. They need to show Anakin slaughtering the younglings. They just gotta show me the Order 66 in the temple, like quit giving me the member berries.
So live action or animated?
See, I would love to see it with Hayden Christensen, but they gotta de-age him. They can't do like what they did with Kenobi and have a 45-year-old man playing a 19-year-old. This isn't 2002 anymore, guys. We can't have 40-year-olds playing teenagers.
No, it's a high school love story, dude. It's just your typical high school guy. Oh my god.
Bro, literally, like what it reminds me of, like every time, like as much as I love Hayden Christensen coming back and playing Anakin, like every time they don't DH him, he just reminds me of Flash Thompson in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie.
Oh, dude, he's freaking jacked.
But, like that's no hate towards Hayden Christensen. I fucking love the guy, and I want him to keep coming
No, they
back
just
if
did
it
him
makes
dirty. They just
sense.
did him dirty there, and then you look at how he was de-aged in Ahsoka,
Which
and
still isn't the best, but it's better than what they did.
it looked way better though. Yeah, it looked way better. It looked way better. Okay, so let's move on here. So Empire has Maul on their radar. Not sure if they know it's actually Maul, probably just a person of interest. But what do you think? I mean, I feel like Palpatine immediately would be like, yeah, that's my old apprentice.
Well, I don't think Palpatine. Well, see, because I don't know if does Palpatine ever reveal that he's actually like a Sith to the galaxy.
No.
Okay, so then he's not gonna straight up be like, "Oh, that's my old apprentice."
No,
I,
but like
but
you
Maul
like
knows that
I know who that
he
is.
was in the files for Order 66 to happen to. Because in season
Wait.
7, when he gets
The
captured, he
Palpatine
literally
the
yeah,
Epstein
the Palpatine files.
I mean Palpatine files.
But when he gets captured in season 7, he like he says, like, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Let me go. Let me die. We're all going to burn." Like he knows what's about to happen. He knows that like even if he survives, he's going to be hunted down.
It's all Force sensitives. All Force sensitives a part of Order 66. You
Yeah,
know,
it doesn't matter if you're close to Palpatine or not. Like,
yeah, unless you're Anakin. He was the only one.
well, see, that's the thing. Even if Anakin hadn't a turned, I genuinely think Palpatine would have tried to get a clone battalion to take out Anakin, but Anakin being Anakin would have taken them out
Oh,
pretty easily.
absolutely. Absolutely. So
Unless
I
he
mean,
fucked with him and used the 501st to turn on him.
yeah, I mean, it's a what if. I would love to write that scenario one day, right?
Dude,
Anakin versus the
say
5
fucking less, bro. Say less. We'll start working on it after this fucking live stream.
Actually, dude, I think that could be something we should definitely write. That'd be hilarious. That'd be amazing. Because yeah, we got some cool things coming out for you guys. But yeah, that's what we think really about the Maul trailer. I mean, anything else you want to go over here with this trailer? I mean, it looks great. Storyline looks cool.
I think we've talked about this in phone calls, but I think that Maul's gonna kill Maroc, and we get to see him be brought back to life in some sort of post-credit scene.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is some Night Sister like magic. So, you know, that obviously is tied them all being on Dathomir, right? The Zabraks, the Night Sisters. I know Night Sisters in general all got slaughtered in the Clone Wars, by Grievous, by other battles. But, you know, Morgan Elsbeth is still out there at this time.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll specifically see him be brought back to life in the show, but we know that Maul slashes him down. That's in the trailer. Like that's straight up in the
Yeah.
trailer, which I wish wasn't, but goddamn, it's so cool. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it is really cool. Now, what species do you think this Twilight's master?
The brother asking me ship and species in Star Wars is like asking me to file your taxes. You're fucked. I don't fucking know, buddy.
This video is not sponsored by TurboTax.
Bro, if only it was. That would be a sick transition into it.
Yeah, but so nerd, you're telling me you need help with your taxes? Well, why don't you work with our sponsor, Intuit TurboTax? Use code transition. No, sorry.
But I'm excited to see the 1v like 6 or whatever, however many times it's going to be Maul versus however many enemies. I'm excited. I love seeing shit like that because it gets to really showcase how powerful certain characters are.
Yeah.
Because most anybody can hold themselves in a 1v1. 1v2, you're starting to get like okay, trained Jedi, trained Force sensitive. Once you start getting to like 1v3 and 1v4, and like the more and more it is, like you really get to showcase how powerful a character is.
Yep. So we got Mandalorians here, or are these going to be part of the Maul DeLoreans?
Um, they're from the Death Watch. I know that, and the lady that because it's one of the ladies, I forget the character's name, but she was with Maul during his time on Mandalore, and she's his like first general in his crime syndicate.
So we also have this Inquisitor that was killed by Ahsoka.
Dude, this is my favorite fucking Inquisitor, and I'm so glad that we get to see more of him. And he's not going to die in this show because we know that he lives on to fight Ahsoka.
No, but wasn't he also like gas?
No, Ahsoka just fucking killed him.
I I think he also dissipated or whatever after he killed her, or she killed him. I think he also was not like a fully there. Why am
I
I?
don't know. I'd have to rewatch Tales of the Jedi, which isn't a bad idea. I love Tales of
Which,
the Jedi. It's such
yeah.
a good
Well,
series,
I'm
dude.
gonna pull it up right now because now I'm thinking about it. Because I think he was like, yeah, not like a physical body. If I'm trying to remember correctly.
See, I just remember him going after Ahsoka and Ahsoka doing what she did to Marok. Which, come on, Dave, let her do some motherfucking moves, man.
Yeah, let's see. Where is Tales of the Jedi? God, this interface for them is so bad.
Dude, it can't be worse. Well, I don't know which one's worse. The interface for that, the PlayStation Store, or the Marvel Unlimited fucking app.
Let's see. PlayStation Store stinks. Okay, before
Yeah,
I'll share
bro,
my
because
screen
like
in a
I'll be looking
second.
for a game and it'll show me like DLCs and skins and like other stuff that I can buy for the game. And I'm like, where's the actual fucking game, bro? And it's like all the way at the bottom of this shit. The Marvel Unlimited app, if you like try to search up a specific series, it will pull up literally every comic book that they ever have like added to the app. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to look at like recently I've been reading the Republic comics, and
Yeah.
which fantastic comic book run, bro. Like I think you need to start reading those, and we need to do a sessions video with JT Lovecraft talking about those
Let's
because
do it. I'm in.
I fucking dude, I'm only on like the third run right now, and but bro, it's so fucking good. It's like prequel and Clone Wars era, like it's so good. It's the original Clone Wars. It's so good, bro. It's so good. They
Perfect.
made me like a story with Kiadi Mundi.
Oh, Kiadi Mundi is so like annoying.
But what's great is like as much shit as we've talked about him showing up in projects that he shouldn't have shown up in, and just like talking so much shit on Kiadi Mundi. One thing that I will say between the Lucas era, the Disney era, the comic era, they are consistent with Kiadi Mundi opening his fucking mouth and getting people into trouble.
It's a tale as old as time.
But back
Uh,
to what I was saying about the interface, like I'll look up the fucking comic book runs and it'll show me like Avengers Secret Wars, and I'm like, this isn't what I'm looking for, you fuckers.
yeah, no, I mean, I had to look through it. I found Tales of the Jedi. I looked through it. Nope, you were right. He actually was a physical body and died normally. So not the Marok treatment. No, yeah, he went.
No, she just kills both of them in the same exact way. Just one with her own lightsaber and one with his lightsaber, I think. I don't remember.
Oh, this is sick. Look at the screenshot of how he throws his saber.
Bro, bro, fucking, I don't know if you can zoom in, but that trooper on the fucking right, where it's
Oh,
got
dude.
that is what I've been wanting in Star Wars. I love the saber marks. They need to show them more. That's fucking awesome. And
It's
I love
also
the new animation style. I love the way, like, the waviness of like the blade right now. Like, that looks so good.
yeah. Also, he's cutting them all at the waist or the dick. I don't know.
Well, that guy on the right definitely doesn't have a dick anymore. R.I.P. him. Um, but yeah, fuck it, dude.
Well, dude, this looks sick. I'm excited. I don't know how much more I want to dip back into the mall well. If I was Lucasfilm, because we're getting so much, but this looks good. I'm excited to see it. The trailer looks great. And then yeah, man, just comparing it to the Mando and Grogu, right? I mean, I'm happy with the Mando Grogu trailer, but I think just quality wise, this still is a little bit better.
I think so. I think the Maul trailer is leagues better than the Mando trailer. This makes me want to see Maul. The Mando trailer makes me want to see Mando and Grogu, and it does entice me with more questions that I have about the project, which kind of irritates me because, like that, like a show is one thing, but when it's your first movie in 7 years, like I need to know a little bit more about this movie,
That's
other
true.
than oh, Imperial remnants are still around and Mando has to go around stopping them. Like that's kind of what the entire show was about. But okay.
Yep.
Um
No, for sure. But I mean, hey, I like the direction where animation's going. I've been overall liking the direction where animation's going. I mean, I thought Tales of the Empire was a step back. Tales of the Underworld, a mixed review, but better than Tales of the Empire. Tales of the Jedi is amazing. Bad Batch, I thought was great from a storytelling perspective in ways. I mean, a little boring here and there, but interesting overall with Clone Force 99. Um, but I think animation's kind of been just dialed in more so than the live action. So now it's really just seeing if the live action side is going to step up. But that's kind of it for all the trailers and stuff we wanted to react to, guys. We're now we kind of want to get into, I think, one of our most fun aspects of what we wanted to talk about today, which is, dude, let's appreciate the goddamn prequels, man.
well, I think before we do that, we do a nice little smoke break.
I
Get
think we
locked
should as
in on
well.
some fucking Skywalker OG.
Hell yeah. So, guys, we'll be back. Let's make it a quick one. You want to do like a little like 2 minute one and we'll come right back?
It probably won't even take me 2 minutes.
All right. We'll come back in about a minute, 2 minutes, and then we'll get started. I got a few videos planned for us today where we're going to kind of appreciate the prequels, whether it be some funny videos, some deep dive videos. Not every video is going to be like, oh, the prequels are amazing. Trust me, there will be some things that are going to be talking about either plot holes in the prequels or just kind of a like an overview of them in a way, whether it's favorable or not. But we'll get into that once we come back. So we'll be right back.
Well, I don't know if Outer Rim's ready, but I am ready to
I'm here.
appreciate some prequels.
I'm here. I'm here. Sorry. No, I went to go get a beer as well as, dude, that train is still here.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, no, I don't think that car's dead. I think someone parked it there to try to avoid paying for parking or something. And they're probably like downtown, go out doing stuff. But yeah, let me share my
Well, before we
screen
get
here.
into the prequel appreciations,
Yeah, what's up?
I do want to say it is an appreciation. Shout out to Sklee3PO. This motherfucker got me my first ever PlayStation that I've used for gaming. Because I had a PlayStation 3, but that was mainly used for like watching movies and stuff growing up. And really wasn't a big gamer, but I've been playing the fuck out of some Spider-Man and
The
look
game
out
is goated.
for look out for some videos on Lord Swoonsky. I gotta finish my fucking Stranger Things review before I start talking about other nerdy shit over there. But yeah, look out for some very nerdy videos that aren't Star Wars related coming soon.
Shout out Scully.
Shout out fucking Scully. Fucking love that guy.
He's the homie, man. I know you
Also,
guys are
go
very
watch
close.
me and Clone Force talk about the Book of Boba Fett if you want to see some more appreciation videos.
Ew,
Because I don't
no.
care what anybody says. Fuck you. That show is so fucking good. Sure, there were some decisions that could have been differently made, but goddamn, dude, I enjoyed the fuck out of that show.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yes, dude.
Oh my god.
Dare I say I enjoy it more than Ahsoka?
Oh god. Next session's episode is to be determined, guys.
Outer Rim is reconsidering his friendship with me.
I'm reconsidering this partnership. You might have to pay me $500 a stream.
Oh my god. We don't even make super chats.
Exactly. If anyone gets that joke, you're a real one.
Oh man.
Okay.
But yeah, let's get into this fucking prequel appreciation, man.
So before we get into a lot of the prequel stuff, for those of you here who are going to be watching the replay, if you're into the prequels, not into the prequels, I think it's best if we give you a little kind of a overview of what the Star Wars prequels were about in a very general sense. So we are going to look at Alex Jones explaining the Star Wars prequels so everyone understands what the prequels were about.
Let me just briefly explain Revenge of the Sith plot line, because at the time we wrote articles about it because the media said we don't understand this. This makes no sense. The most popular of the three prequels. They made total sense. Emperor Palpatine was a little-known senator from Naboo, small planet. He finances terrorists to attack the planet. And then he plays victim and says that the pacifist republic isn't doing enough to help him with the terrorist invasion, the Trade Federation invasion, who even speak in Chinese accents. It's all geopolitical. And so, yeah, little aliens with Chinese accents. He then goes and complains and catapults himself in the crisis into the role of chancellor. Because, you know, he was the victim, but now he demanded something be done. He'd been a pacifist previously. Now he's chancellor. Episode 2 launches terror attacks all over the galaxy with groups he's secretly financing through his backers in the Trade Federation. He turns around, double crosses in the end.
This is so good.
Lord Vader, kill Viceroy Gunray and everyone else in the... So basically, in the end, they knock out all of the people that backed him, which always happens. Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, Maoist China, learn from history. Then in episode... so he uses that to build up the power of the empire in episode 2. And now he's got this big imperial army, but it's not imperial yet. but it's the stormtroopers, the outfits, the weapon systems to counter this outside threat run by Count Dooku, the Osama bin Laden guy that actually works for him, and they meet in secret. Now,
The Osama
in
bin
episode
Laden
3,
guy.
he launches...
I've actually never heard that part. I've never heard the Dooku being Bin Laden comparison. I think because Alex Jones was talking about how Bin Laden, before he became the terrorist that we know as the general public, he was apparently a CIA operative. So weird stuff. Not going to put it on the tinfoil hat here, but yeah, okay. That's great. Okay, keep going.
Attack on the Imperial capital himself. He launches an attack on New York, and then he gets captured, and then he sets up Count Dooku to get killed, and then he seduces to the dark side Anakin Skywalker to make him Darth Vader. And in the end, he then sets up, after he has the police state in place, he sets up the Jedi and says they're terrorists and has the anti-terror forces go in and wipe them out. And then he says he's launching a global intergalactic war to bring peace.
Dude, I just gotta like, first off, Star Wars coffee. That was great.
Fucking fantastic. I love Star Wars coffee, bro.
I think I have another
They're who
video.
I used to get my clips from all the time back in the day.
I have another video in here for Star Wars coffee.
I say back in the day. It's been like a year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, way back before I could record clip. But you know, that was honestly, for everyone listening, that is probably one of the best overviews of what the prequel stories are. Political drama, a lot of secrecy, espionage, war. And Alex Jones, just the way he describes it, is kind of perfect. I don't know. What do you think, nerd?
Bro, he described it exactly the way that it was.
Oh my god. So it's I just wanted to do that because that's what I love about the prequels. There's so much going on. It is like a look back at history, which is what George Lucas did with Star Wars. It's modern mythology. It's a timeless story. Whether you look at the OT, the prequel trilogy as well. And it's just, you know, it's like he says, it's like poetry, it rhymes. And they say the same thing about history. History, it rhymes. People have different versions of that. But you know, these are things that the human experience have seen for generations, for centuries, for thousands of years. The rise and fall of totalitarian states, the rise and fall of empires, little guy versus the big guy, who's got the bigger stick, who's the underdog, David versus Goliath, you name it. And each, you know, the two trilogies kind of come at it from two different aspects, two different sides. But it is really interesting how the prequels broke it down. So I love that Alex Jones has kind of given that to us. So nerd, I'll let you pick the next one we have to do here. So I have
God, I can really see that.
I'll read them to you.
Oh no,
okay.
I want to watch that if Anakin was smart video.
Okay, we'll go Anakin was smart.
That one was fucking great.
I am tormented by relentless, harrowing nightmares of Padme perishing during childbirth. What should I do, Master Yogurt?
Just let go, bro.
Oh, okay.
So, did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis?
You mean that questionable story crafted to seduce Jedi into embracing the dark side?
What? No. I'm just making small talk.
No, I don't think so. You asked to see me, Chancellor?
Yes, I can tell you're worried about losing Padme.
Mm-hmm.
Only through the dark side can you save her from certain death.
Could you supply some scientific studies that support your claim?
I don't have them on me right now.
Could you please cite the sources from which you derived this information?
Oh, come on, Anakin. Just trust me, bro.
No. Your deceit is transparent to me now. I recognize the elaborate scheme you've constructed, positioning yourself to ascend to the zenith of power. By orchestrating conflict between the Republic and the Separatists, you exploit this engineered dichotomy. It serves not merely as a strategy for dominion, but as a sophisticated mechanism to transform the very foundations of democracy into an autocratic empire.
Shit.
I need to tell the Council about this.
The music always gets me in
We're
these AI
running low on
videos.
spice and death sticks. How about we grab some stuff from the underworld?
That's a very interesting point, Master Forehead. What are your thoughts on that,
Master
Yoda?
Forehead.
That alien girl.
Dude, I love these AI videos. Oh my god. Like these AI meme videos where it's just really
Bro.
it's the voiceover stuff. Oh my god. This is so funny.
On my left. I'd smash.
Greetings. I've discovered the unsettling truth that the Chancellor is a Sith Lord.
What? Dude, that's wild.
You must eliminate him at once. I will stay behind, as it is likely he will manipulate me in an attempt to thwart your efforts.
All right.
Master Windshield.
Time to take out the trash, Chancellor.
Oh, you can't defeat me, fool. I'm too powerful. Wait, I can't fly.
This is your end, Chancellor. Any last words?
Where the heck is Anakin?
He's not coming.
Well, that sucks.
Now, Chancellor Paperplane, you will die.
Ah!
Chancellor Paperplane.
Thanks to Anakin, the genius here, found
I think they got that
and
truck off the
eliminated
track.
the secret Sith Lord.
Yeah, it's moving
we
again.
have.
Good job, Anakin. Now, we do grant you the rank of Master.
This is wonderful! It's fair!
Done well, Anakin.
Good job, Anakin.
You're so smart, Anakin.
Man, this is
wonderful.
this is the best day of my life. What?
Oh no!
It was all just a freaking dream?
Yes, you dummy.
Well, intelligence gone. Carry on.
Let me just briefly explain Revenge of the Sith.
Dude, oh my god, for a second though, right before the dream thing, I'm like, oh man, that would be my dream. Anakin living happily ever after. Maybe not as a master per se, but Padme would not have died and he could have left the order, you know? And everyone would be happy. You know, for those of you that have read the Revenge of the Sith novel, I know Nerd has. In that story, there's so much in the written version of it, right? Which we believe is really just the original script, which would be like a 4 or 5 hour cut movie. There are so many conversations between Anakin, Padme, a little bit with Obi-Wan talking to Padme about it too, that they were going to leave pretty much. They were going to be leaving. Anakin was going to leave the Jedi Order. Eventually, after the war was over, Padme was probably going to leave politics. They were just going to like, hey, we can live our life and be happy. Oh, we got a message here in the chat. Can you pull that up, Nerd? Any chance from Paula 1966?
What up, Paul?
Well,
You think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? See, that's where I'm torn because
Popular fan cast.
I don't like when they cast big actors because then it's like, oh, hey, this guy's in it. So come see our movie instead of, hey, it's another Star Wars movie.
But I
Come
think
fill the
he
theaters.
could. Yeah.
But that's another thing. I genuinely think that he could. He looks the part. He talks like Revan from what I've heard in audiobooks and video games, and dude, it would be really good. But I think that they need to keep it under wraps. If they do, keep him in the helmet as much as possible. If they ever do a live action Revan project, and
it just depends which era of Revan we're getting, though, right? So, you know, before the Mandalorian Wars, right? I'm happy. I'm good. I'm happy to see if we get a little bit of a Keanu Reeves without the helmet Revan here and there. But then once Mandalorian Wars were to kick off, it's got to be helmet only. I know Keanu Reeves can do a really good job at playing that serious character. I know he can play a character based on how he is in a lot of different movies. He can be torn, right? He can be going through it as well as very angry and vengeful, but also very stoic. So I think Keanu Reeves would be a great Darth Revan. Now, of course, we're getting to the point where while he can do a lot of physical choreography in a great way, when we watch the John Wick movies, I don't know how much that's going to translate to lightsaber combat as older he gets. That's another thing. If you were to bring back Nick Gillard, I would have so much more hope and faith in that lightsaber choreography, because Revan needs to be like Anakin level fight choreography from the prequels. What do you think, Nerd?
Yeah.
Let's see. Paula again. I've heard that Abeloth might be coming to Ahsoka season 2, and Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme, and Abeloth will take her form to deceive Anakin. Abeloth's mother, Mortis, gods from the Clone Wars. Yes, we are very much in the know on Abeloth and Mortis gods. If you watch some stuff on my channel, I go into that as well. Very good point and question, Paula. Yeah, I've heard that rumor too, because there were these rumors that Padme coming back. We're not sure if it's going to be flashback oriented, potentially. Still not 100% sure if Natalie Portman's coming back for Ahsoka. Still very rumor. But yeah, it's kind of been a theory / an idea that what if Abeloth takes the form of Padme? Because I think there's a thing, right, what I've talked about in some of my videos. Anakin could be the new stand-in for the father. So what would be the best antithesis besides Padme, or the form of Padme being the mother? What do you think, Nerd?
I see, as much as I love Hayden Christensen coming back to play Anakin, I love the fact that, they're exploring more of the cosmic side of the Force, which is something that I've been wanting them to do, honestly, since I watched the Mortis arc for the first time
I
back
love
in
the Mortis arc.
2023.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's like Dave said, Anakin's story's been told. I really don't know how much more they can expand on Anakin showing up. I understand that he's the chosen one, but there's got to be limitations to the Force.
Yeah.
And like what Force gods, and not even just, well, I mean, there was limitations to what the Force gods could do.
There was. Yeah. No, I mean, I guess, we still don't know much about what the Force gods could and couldn't do, because we are seeing now that they are eons old. Eons. Even back to where Peridia lies. They seem to have a pretty big presence, and based on what we've seen from whether it's the Legends book that talks about the Mortis gods with Luke, the Clone Wars series, as well as what we are seeing in Ahsoka, it seems that they fled that planet, and they were in the Mortis realm as a way to kind of be off of Peridia. So still so much to see. Yeah, we don't know everything about Force Ghosts. It's kind of a thing where I know, Nerd, you and I have agreed where we don't want everything to be explored with Force Ghosts or answered. There still needs to be some mystery behind it. I know it's kind of why people hated the midichlorian thing in the prequels. I'm not a hater of midichlorians. I think it makes sense. But yeah, no, it's a great point, Paula. Who knows what we could see there with that. And then also, do we have Closet in here? Is that what I saw? Yo, Closet.
That is the Closet.
Closet, we got to talk more.
5'2" man.
Oh, what do you know? But speaking of Padme, let's watch this little funny video I found.
Coruscant's too far. R4, can you boost the power?
Anakin, my long-range transmitter has been knocked out. Retransmit this message to Coruscant. I have tracked the bounty hunter Jango Fett to the droid cluster in Geonosis.
Anakin, protect the senator at all costs.
Protect the senator at all costs. Oh my god. Oh, dude, that's funny. I thought I'd throw that in there.
Oh my god, dude. Hey, look, go to Zenger's page. Let's see if that dude's got any videos out.
Okay,
Because I haven't really been keeping up lately, unfortunately.
There we go. Oh, on this channel, I'm not subscribed to him. Let me subscribe to him.
Yeah, it's the figure guy.
Yep. All right, let's see. Let's go to. What is it? Mostly shorts.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some compilations, but they're like hour-long videos and stuff
Let's
like
see.
that.
I want to find something that's like prequel Darth Vader.
Well, I see Quinlan, I see Anakin, I see Kenobi.
Ahsoka's thirst trap scandal.
Oh my god, what?
All right, we'll watch this one and then we'll go back to the playlist.
Is it weird to like Mandalorians? How to grow feathers?
Hey, what are you doing with that? That's mine!
Well, why do you have it out in the open? I almost mistook it for mine.
Rookie mistake, Snips. Always clear your browser history.
Okay, very funny. Please give it back.
There are many video files of Anakin here.
Those are old. Like, before the war old.
They're just security recordings. Come on, give it!
Interesting, because they're categorized.
Categorized how?
Training, meditation, wind blowing his luscious hair.
You filmed me without consent? You know I don't tolerate that shit.
Oh, how cute. It would seem you had a secret admirer back in the day, Anakin.
Shirtless? What the? How did you get videos of me shirtless?
It was a long time ago.
I wish that I could just wish away my feelings. I wish that I could just...
By the Force, were you the one making Sigma thirst trap edits of Anakin?
It was a long time ago.
How the fuck do you know what a Sigma is?
Is it weird to like Mandalorian?
That is so
Rex,
funny.
You gotta help me, man. I'm
Oh
screwed.
my
Whoa,
god!
what is it,
Did
General?
you catch the the Andor Star Wars theory fucking comment?
No.
When Anakin said, "You filmed me without consent," you know I don't tolerate that shit. Because Vader wouldn't tolerate as they.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Here, let's watch this one. The Skywalker marriage is doomed.
Rex, you gotta help me, man. I'm screwed.
Whoa, what is it, General?
Oh, I saw
Is
this
it
one. I love
Kaikas?
this one.
No. I have dinner with Senator Amidala at 1900, and I forgot. We're in the middle of the sieges.
So?
I've dipped on her 6 times in the last 7 months, dude. She already feels like I'm ignoring her.
Sir, you literally are ignoring her.
Just call and tell her I'm fatally wounded.
Absolutely not.
Look, I am, it's true.
Sir, in my experience, relationships are built on trust.
Yeah, well, you don't know our relationship. Anytime I tell Padme the truth, she tries to sandboard me.
Sandboard?
It's like waterboarding, but with sand.
Fine.
She's
Go
an
ahead and
abuser.
call her out, too.
You already did?
I heard everything, you hut spawn swamp eel.
It was Rex's idea.
It absolutely was not.
Be here at 1900. Forget the dinner. I'll prepare the sand.
Yes, dear.
You're gonna let her treat you like that?
Rex, you saw her in that Geonosis Arena outfit. There was never another path. Rex.
That is so funny, dude. Let's see. All right, let's go here. Let's go back to the playlist. Watch later. All right, so let's get into maybe something a little bit. Want to do one more funny one, and then we'll move on to stuff that goes more deep divey.
Yeah, we can.
All right, I think this is though from the funny guy. I don't know. Attack of the Clones pitch meeting.
So, you have a new Star Wars movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Amazing. I'm really excited to get started on this one. CGI technology has come a long way. Oh, it has? Oh, it has. So I think we should use it in, every scene, every single scene. I don't know if that's necessary, sir. Most of the script is people standing around talking about politics. Well, what better way to make those scenes more interesting than by having them be 95% computer generated? I feel like there might be a better way. We can also make most of the characters in CGI too. It just feels like as technology gets better through the years, this might not age well. I don't think you understand how good this CGI is gonna look. It's gonna be photorealistic if the photo is a screenshot of a PS2 cutscene. Oh, like a PlayStation 2 cutscene. That does sound fancy. Yeah, it's never gonna get any better than that. We need to go all in right now. You're probably right. Oh, I am. So what happens in the movie? Oh, well, at the beginning of the movie, Padme's decoy is gonna be killed in an assassination attempt. Oh no. Yeah, it's gonna be really sad. As she's dying, she's gonna be like, "I'm sorry I failed you." you. Failed her? Wasn't that literally her job? Yeah, I guess she didn't really understand the job description, because she did great. Wow. So anyway, Obi-Wan and Anakin are assigned to protect Padme just in case there's another attempt on her life. And what's going on with Anakin? Well, he's about 10 years older now, and boy does he have his creepy pervert stare on lock. Oh, good for him. Yeah, and he's like obsessed with Padme, so he's just gonna be throwing those in her direction the whole movie. Oh, he is? Yeah, at a certain point it's gonna get so bad that Padme's gonna have to be like, please stop looking at me like that, and that's just gonna make it worse. Huh. So anyway, they have to keep Padme safe, right? So they place her in a secure room or something? No. They put her in a normal room with a big old window. But they stay in there with her? No, they had some cameras in there, but she shut them off because Anakin was making her uncomfortable, always watching her in a creepy way. Oh, this guy's a predator. Yeah, Darth Vader's a real horn dog. Jeez. So anyway, this flying thing shows up and plops a couple of murder worms into her room. Murder worms? Why not explosives again? Well, after they killed the decoy, the bad guys decided they needed to be a little more discreet. Why? I don't know. Well, okay. So Anakin and Obi-Wan save her and then chase down the assassin. Very exciting. Yeah, and it turns out the assassin was hired by another assassin bounty hunter guy, Jango Fett. Wait, an assassin hired an assassin? Yeah, the assassin hired an assassin to assassinate somebody and then followed the assassin to supervise the assassination and then assassinated the assassin when the assassination went wrong. Okay, I'm pretty sure that doesn't make sense, but you said the word assassin so much that I'm all thrown off and I'm just gonna go with it.
Took that guy to get that right.
Oh my god, the perfect amount. The perfect amount of takes.
It was super easy.
Right. So what else happens? Well, Padme needs to be protected some more because there's all kinds of incompetent assassins after her. Right. So the Jedi decide that Anakin should be the one to go with her to her romantic home planet and take care of her. Oh, were there not any other Jedi? Oh, there are a ton of other Jedi, but they're gonna send this irresponsible pervy one with incomplete training. Interesting choice. Yeah, besides, all the important Jedi need to sit around and talk about their feelings, so they can't go. Right, they freaking love talking about their feelings. So Anakin and Padme head over to Naboo, and he's just trying super hard to get into her space pants. And she's not into it? Not at all, until he finally strikes a chord with a little speech about how much he, you know, frickin' hates sand. Oh, and that's what does it for her? Yeah, and he also calls her soft and touches her exposed skin without permission. Oh, dissing sand and rubbing skin is tight. Oh yeah, it's irresistible. So she kisses him, but then she's like, oh no, I can't. Because she met him when he was a child and this whole thing is super weird? No, she's over that now. Now it's because she's a senator and he's a Jedi. Is that not allowed? Nope, it's not. Why not? Because. Well, okay then. Anyway, then Anakin's gonna have a dream that his mom's in trouble, so they head over to Tatooine. Okay. And when he finds her, she's like, now I'm complete, and she dies. Oh my god. Yeah, so then Anakin just massacres the Tusken Raiders that kidnapped her and then heads back to Padme. Jeez, does he tell her what he did? Yeah, he's like, I didn't just kill the men, I killed everyone. The women, the children. Well, it's gonna be hard to make her fall in love with them after something monstrous like that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, it seems like that makes her like him even more, because a couple of scenes later, she's like, I truly, deeply love you. That is how women talk. Oh, I'm glad you said that, because I've never spoken to a real one, so I just took a wild guess. So is there anything else going on in this movie besides the love story? That will be most of it, to be honest. Oh, people will be into that, right? Fingers crossed, but we're also gonna have Obi-Wan wandering around investigating stuff. Oh yeah? Yeah, he's gonna find this place where some aliens are building a big clone army. Why are they doing that? Because like 10 years ago, a Jedi named Sifo Dyas told them to and then died. Oh, tell me more about this Sifo Dyas. No. Oh, okay. Anyway, so eventually Obi-Wan gets held captive on Geonosis by a bad guy named Count Dooku. Okay. And so Padme and Anakin try to rescue him, but they get captured too. Oh, no. Yeah, so they all get put in this big arena so they could be killed by monsters. Wouldn't it be better for the bad guys to just kill them immediately instead of placing them in a situation where they can escape? Probably, but then the movie would be over, so they're gonna go with this stupid, dumb idea. Gotcha. So then this big kitty cat monster is gonna swipe at Padme. Oh, what happens to her? Well, her tight shirt turns into a tight crop top. Oh, thank you, kitty cat. And then a bunch of Jedi show up and a bunch of clones show up and they fight a bunch of droids. Wow, wow, wow. So Count Dooku tries to escape on this speeder bike thing. Oh, a bike speeder thing, huh? Is that gonna look cool? No, it's gonna look like somebody in a Walmart parking lot that hit the gas too hard on their scooter. Oh, okay. So then the main character's chasing, but Padme falls off the ship. Oh, no.
Why is Dooku catching all the strays today, bro?
Dude, that is so funny. Oh my god, this is so good. I love the prequels.
Oh. Yeah, so she's like, man, I gotta get to the hangar to go help them. How does she know they're going to a hangar? Unclear. Huh. So then Anakin and Obi-Wan get to the hangar and fight Dooku a little bit. It's very fun. And then Yoda...
I've never actually noticed that. How the fuck did she know that they were going to the hangar?
Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna have to rewatch that movie.
shows up and has a big old lightsaber fight with them. Doesn't Yoda need a cane to walk? He does, but when he's fighting, he's fully able. That doesn't make much sense. Well, do you want to see Yoda bouncing around like a pinball with a lightsaber or not? Not really. Well, it's gonna happen, so definitely get off my back about it. Okay, I'll do that. Great. Hey, how come Yoda and the Jedi couldn't detect all this dark side stuff happening this whole time? Well, the dark side of the Force was being clouded, so they couldn't see it. What was clouding it? The dark side of the Force. Anyway, then Padme and Anakin get married. Well,
Oh my god. I mean, that's not entirely like why, the Force itself, is not the dark side's clouding them, but the Force itself is clouding the light side users' ability to see and feel through the Force to sense the coming darkness. I think I'm correct on that, but it's a funny critique if you look at it that way.
Bro, that shit.
This is so funny.
Well, why couldn't Yoda?
She was really into that murdering
Oh my god.
women and children thing he did. Sure looks that way.
One.
Oh, do you want to see it? Not really. Well, you are anyway.
Anything else I should know about? Well, we're going to introduce a little baby Boba Fett in this movie. Why would we introduce a young Boba Fett? Well, if we give characters more backstory, one day they can have their own spin-off movies. Oh, that's very smart. Yeah, I'm sure people would eat those spin-offs up. I'm sure they would, unless one of them tanks early on and ruins everything. Can you imagine?
I'm tired of the fucking Solo slander. That movie was fucking good.
I think it's good. I don't think it's great, but I definitely don't think it's awful, right? So
No, it's definitely, it's not the greatest Star Wars movie I've ever seen.
It also just shows how reactionary some of these companies are, like Lucasfilm is. Like, if you have a plan, see the plan through, fuck what everyone says, maybe make some tweaks accordingly, but like...
Yeah, I mean, for fuck's sakes, George didn't fucking give a fuck.
George is one of a kind.
Hey guys, it's Ryan here.
That's so funny. Okay, so let's go a little dive here because, we're about an hour 40 in. Let's maybe get through like, 2 of these, 3 of these, and then, let's discuss some of these. So I'll let you pick. Okay. We have X video, crazy Star Wars backstories before the prequels. So this would be, I guess, some things from Legends that were kind of written about or talked about before the prequels changed it. There's George Lucas expertly explaining how the Force works.
What's that one?
Okay, we'll start with that one, and then we'll go look at these other ones after. Oh, it's a coffee one.
Fuck yeah, Star Wars coffee.
Found in all living things, around us, flows from us, controls individuals, yet we have free will. We have a destiny if we want to follow it. We live for a reason and must discover what it is. It looks like it was done when I started episode 1.
Oh, okay.
Because it looks like it's referring to episode 1. And a lot of this, like this thing about the Force, in all living things that surround us is really just a capsule of what was said in episode 5, the core of the Force. I mean, you got the dark side, the light side. One is selfless, one is selfish. And you want to keep them in balance. What happens when you go to the dark side is it goes out of balance and then you get really selfish and you forget about everybody. And you ultimately lead yourself, because when you get selfish, you get stuff. Or you want stuff. And when you want stuff and you get stuff, then you are afraid somebody's going to take it away from you. Whether it's a person or a thing or a particular pleasure, experience. Once you become afraid that somebody's going to take it away from you, or you're going to lose it, then you start to become angry. Especially if you're losing it. And that anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering. Mostly on the part of the person who's selfish. Because you spend all of your time being afraid of losing everything you've got. instead of actually living. Where joy.
Wow. Before we continue, wow.
Bro, this man, bring it back. Bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Let's see, Ray.
Anger leads to. Once you become afraid that somebody's going to take it away from you, or you're going to lose it, then you start to become angry, especially if you're losing it. And that anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering. Mostly on the part of the person who's selfish, because you spend all your time being afraid of losing everything you've got, instead of actually living. Where joy.
Dude, Anakin's story that we see in the prequels follows that beat for beat as to why he goes to the dark side. It really does. You know, like he is afraid to lose. It didn't really start with his mom, right? It wasn't until after his mom died that like then it became fixated on Padme. And the fear of losing Padme, and in general, the ones he loved, right, made him angry. And that made him angry where he was like, I need to, take this anger out to make sure I don't lose anybody. And the Jedi were standing in his way. Once he understood that the Jedi potentially could have had the secrets to, one, save Padme, but also because the Jedi were in his way of being with her unabashedly, right? But like publicly. So there was that aspect of it too. And then, yeah, he's suffering. The Vader is a representation of the suffering, but he's suffering before that because he's like, oh my God, I can't lose Padme. I can't lose Padme. And because he's so afraid of losing her and all the anger I just described. So like, Anakin's story is a 1-for-1 beat of how the dark side works in corrupting and making you suffer. Now, I will say, if you look at Palpatine, especially reading the Plagueis novel, he's interesting, right? And same with Plagueis, because they don't follow that progression beat for beat why they are dark side users, why they're so strong in the dark side. I still can't really tell exactly what Palpatine's afraid of. It seems he more just wants stuff. What do you think?
Well, I'm rereading the Plagueis novel now in hopes that maybe potentially chapters 15 through 19 will actually be interesting because I live by the motto of if I want to see or hear about Palpatine's politics, I'll just watch the prequels. Because for a book that's titled Darth Plagueis, that book really follows Palpatine a little too much. But it is literally like a mirrored version of Anakin because Palpatine is manipulated into killing his family, and that's what he's afraid of. Is now he has nobody, he has nothing to turn back to except for Ego Damask. And Anakin has these visions of Padme, loses Padme, his mother, and Order 66 happens, takes out all the Jedi, and that's why he stays with Palpatine, is because he has nowhere to go. He literally has nowhere to turn to after that. So I think that's what it is Palpatine is just afraid of dying at the hands of another Force user, just like he killed his family very easily.
Yeah, so like Palpatine's fear is more the fear of death, right? And the fear, and maybe the fear of being exposed. So he further has to keep doing things to, one, not die, and two, make sure nobody sees him for his crimes that he's committed. And it's like a perpetual cycle, potentially, right? So interesting. And also, yeah, like Palpatine definitely embodies more of the selfish aspect of this. Anakin, I would say, never really was super selfish in his desires like other dark side users. You know, I mean, it's funny. Anakin kind of falls on this sword of being so selfless that it kind of horseshoes itself around where it kind of feels like he's being selfish because he's like, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose her, right? And I want power, so then I can protect her and keep her
Well, I
around.
mean, he was, in my opinion, he was only selfish in the end, and that was after, um, like so many years of doing the Jedi's bidding and this and that, and then you know the whole uh you're on the council, but we don't grant you the rank of master. Like the motherfucker has literally risked life and limb for the Jedi. He has been so selfless as a Jedi. I mean, sure, his tactics aren't the best, and he goes against what a lot of Jedi would do, but I mean, he's one of the only Jedi that does what needs to be done. You know,
Mhm.
he's willing to take that risk. He's willing to
Yeah.
try to save literally everybody that he can, from
Yeah.
civilians to his clone battalion to his Padawan to his former master to random masters that don't even respect him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, he was selfish about the Padme thing. But he kind of had to be, bro. That was the Clone Forces talked about it. That was the one thing in his life that he was actually able to somewhat be in control of.
Yeah. Exactly. Even their deception and hiding of their love was still in their control. You
Yep,
know, that was still
exactly.
their world, their reality. And you know, it's well, because this also then hints, not hints, but like it leads into the conversation of the dogmatic views of the Jedi Order at this time, right? Being so dogmatic and so in their ways, where one led them down the path of supporting the Republic and not following the will of the Force, but it's so dogmatic too, where they couldn't help save Padme, you know, whether it be at Anakin's hand or not. They put Anakin in this situation, you know, that made his selfless feelings become more selfish because of the corner he was put into. So,
Exactly, dude.
oh God, it's the prequels.
If people want to come
Oh
out here
man,
and say that Anakin was a bad Jedi,
he was the embodiment of what maybe an older generation Jedi really would have been. You know, I mean,
Anakin would
he had
have
his faults.
thrived in the old Republic, bro. He would have thrived.
He would have thrived. I mean, of course, he does have his faults. At the end of the day, he does make these mistakes that are so
Yeah.
grave. It actually puts the entire galaxy in turmoil for 20 years. Like there is things he fucked up on. That's why the video we watched earlier, if Anakin was smart, right? Like if
Well,
he was a
I
little
mean,
smarter, it would have played out better.
me and you talked about it. My favorite movie reviewer, Jeremy Johns, reviewed the prequels years ago,
Yeah.
and he said it. We talked about it. Anakin, like when Palpatine said, like, "Oh, you know, the power to cheat death was only known by one. Together, we can figure it out." That's when Anakin should have been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come up with some bullshit ass lie about how I came in at the very last second. I saw you throw Mace Windu out the window, and I had to kill you. And that's the story I'm going to tell the Jedi as I sit upon the council chamber as a master, like I should be." And like, yeah, that's what honestly what Anakin should have done in that moment. Like he
Oh
should
yeah.
have. I mean, I'm sure the Jedi would have saw through his fucking lie, but that's what he should have done in that moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saved the galaxy from the most deceptive force ever, which was Chancellor Palpatine, you know, and you end up making the right choice. But then
Yeah,
that
I mean, sure,
fear,
he's gonna have to face some sort of, crime. Like he
but,
has to
but
face
Anakin
some sort
wanted
of
to leave the
punishment
order.
for
He
killing
wanted to
Mace
leave.
Windu.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm even talking about before that, like, right? Like before he goes to Palpatine's chamber, you know, like Base is like, wait here, wait in the Jedi Council chambers. But that fear of
Outer
loss,
Rim.
yeah.
Don't even get me started because every time I rewatch that fucking movie,
I'm like,
I
stay,
hope that he
stay,
stays in the fucking
stay,
council chambers,
stay.
and he never does.
Oh, oh God, I'm the same way. I'm like, stay, 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 and then yeah, he never does. And it's like, but that fear of loss, that's where the dark side was like, I have you, and it just clicked. And it's like, I have to go see what happens and stop what's going to happen. And it just, oh God, it's
And
so
one
bad.
thing that I love that the movie did that I honestly don't remember it being in the book. I love Palpatine like speaking through the Force to Anakin while he's sitting in the council chambers, and he's like, "You know what will happen, don't you? You know they're going to kill me, and with me, the secret to saving Padme goes too." Like that's I don't think that's in the book. And that's something they did in the movie, and I fucking love it. I absolutely love it, bro. Because it's like you said, it's like that it's that fear of loss of Padme and Palpatine, and even in the book when Mace goes to strike down Palpatine, like his inner thoughts aren't, "Oh my God, Mace is gonna kill Palpatine." It's, "Oh my God, Mace is about to kill Padme." So
Yeah, yeah, because I think Anakin is smart enough where he's like, "Fuck, Jedi were actually right about Palpatine, and Palpatine lied to me and manipulated me."
Well, I mean,
You know?
you've been reading the book too,
Yeah.
and have you gotten to the part where it even takes him like a couple hours to convince Anakin to even fucking take him up
Yeah.
on his offer?
Oh yeah. No, like it's not like an easy thing for Anakin. Anakin knows that following Palpatine is wrong, right? So like Anakin for that second is not it's not out of his loyalty to Palpatine anymore. I think once he discovers he's the Sith Lord, Anakin really is like, fuck this guy, you know?
Yeah,
But
but like once he cuts Mace Windu's arm off, that's what starts that whole cycle of fuck. I can't turn back.
oh yeah, well he's put in a
I
corner.
have
He's
nowhere to
put in a
go
corner.
after this.
He's put in a corner. Yeah. And because now before it would be, oh, I'm not just gonna get kicked out of the order, right? It's
It's like
I'm gonna go
I
to
have to
jail.
face legal repercussions of assisting kill a fucking Jedi.
Yeah, and
But at the
also
same time, he probably could have played the whole manipulative thing, but Palpatine's not alive to prove that right or wrong. So it's
and at
the
the end of
fucking
yeah.
legality of the Star Wars universe is very, very intricate, and I actually kind of want to see
Yeah.
repercussions of
Yeah.
stuff.
No, it would be really cool. But hey, let's move on to like one or two more videos because we're getting close to that 2 hour mark. I want to watch this one. I'd never watched this one. It's 6 minutes. The prequels are the best Star Wars trilogy, right? Obviously, highly debated topic. But, let's see if you and I actually agree with this or we're still going to be, you and I are very realistic. We understand, I think, from a storytelling perspective, like an overall story, the prequels are absolutely amazing. And from maybe some of a technical perspective with how the movie was made, the effects for the time, as well as the way it was filmed, I think also very good if we look at it in that perspective. Dialogue, obviously, not that great. Not George's strong suit. The book is way better with it. And choreography wise, fantastic. But yeah, people are finding always holes in the prequels. But I think I want to watch the prequels are the best Star Wars trilogy. And then I think we should watch the Critical Drinkers video, Revenge of the Sith humiliates Disney Star Wars. And then maybe another time, maybe our next episode, right? I would love to go into this. Filoni explains the genius of the prequels. And then also, though, at the same time, pair that up with Star Wars plot holes caused by the prequels and wait, the prequels are good now. Because there's so much we can talk about the prequels.
Dude, I think we should just content farm talking about the prequels.
I'm down. You heard it here first, guys. We're going to content farm talking about the prequels. But let's go into the best trilogy.
Star Wars is garbage. There, that's my hook. Now
That
you
is
have
a
to stay.
fantastic
Instead
way
of
to
doing a
start
video
the
on why Star
fucking
Wars
video.
is dying like it did.
Oh my god!
Hey
Star
guys,
Wars
we love
is
the, we're talking about our love for Star Wars. Let's watch this video about why the prequels is the best trilogy. Star Wars is garbage.
That's how you know we did not watch this before.
garbage. There, that's my hook. Now you have to stay. Instead of doing a video on why Star Wars is dying like I did for the MCU, I decided to focus on what I do like about this universe. The prequel trilogy.
Yes!
Though it's a controversial opinion, I think I speak for a lot of my generation when I say these films are underrated. In my opinion, it's time to abandon the thought that the originals are any better than the prequels. Here's why the prequel trilogy...
We're going to hear him out. We're going to hear him out. They're different, and that's George's goal, right? Prequels are different.
See, that's the thing, man. Like, honestly, I can't see Star Wars, like at least the original 6. I can't see those as not as one movie.
Oh, I agree.
You know,
I can't think of Star Wars without the prequels. The prequel era for our generation too is so defined as what. I mean,
dude,
you and
I can't think about the prequels
it.
without the original trilogy, and I can't think about the original trilogy without the fucking prequels.
Amen.
Like,
amen.
Dude, I don't know which one's better, honestly.
I mean, I think from an actual movie perspective, and we're talking like beat for beat, that includes dialogue. That includes like how certain scenes are displayed, right? What it means for the story in terms of a logical sense as well. Like, is the logic following itself through in every movie and every scene? The OT wins that. You know, their Empire Strikes Back is so renowned because of what it is.
So the way I look at it, you know, basically the prequel trilogy is just, you know, the modern like Greek mythology, well, not even really modern Greek mythology.
It's a modern mythology.
It's a modern Romeo and Juliet. It's modern Shakespeare. That's what the prequels are.
Yep.
But the original trilogy is modern Greek mythology. Like that, like these movies are going to be studied in film classes. Like I'm calling it. Like it's going to be years in the future, but the prequels and the original trilogy all together are going to be studied as one cohesive story because they fucking are.
Well, they are. That's how it was written, you know, and at least originally displayed. And, you know, George likes telling the story in the middle. But the prequels are, well, there's so much. They're modern Romeo and Juliet. They're modern political dramas, showing how what's the word I'm looking for here? How people forego their freedoms for the sake of security, and that gives rise to a totalitarian dictatorship state, right? And as I said earlier in the stream, that is a human history event that happens multiple times around the world, right? And so it's a modern love story. It's about love and loss and selfishness for selflessness. It's about governments and regimes. It's a political drama. It's the prequels are really, really packed. Now you have aspects of that in the original trilogy, but the original trilogy is now about little guy versus big guy, right? Little guy going up against a way bigger foe, right? You know, that's a David versus Goliath thing. Like I said earlier, it's about how people come together instead of separating, right? Now we're seeing more people come together to fight for their freedoms and show that not one group of people can be too small to take down a bigger foe. It's a different side of the mythology coin, right? Both have heroes that are going to be remembered, like in Greek mythology. And it's just I mean, George really put all these stories that are thousands of years old all into one narrative, which is the prequel and the OT. You know, but yeah, I can't think of Star Wars without the prequels. I know there are people out there who could think of Star Wars without the prequels. That's a lot of your OGs. But I mean, you and I talk about it. The prequel era is our favorite era in terms of, I mean, the world building is the best. How we see the Jedi and the galaxy
I'm
operate.
gonna correct you real quick. My favorite era is the Old Republic.
The Old Republic, yeah. I'm talking about live action show, like what we've seen.
In terms of live action, Yeah, the prequels is the best and my favorite era
Yeah,
for movies, at least. But
for movies, yeah, I
world
agree.
building, lore building, like
It's Old Republic, and it's
yeah,
funny. Before we got some of the more recent stuff about like High Republic and all that stuff, you would kind of assume that a lot of the Old Republic was like not drastically different from the PT. I know with the games and the books, it's more like medieval feeling, but
yeah,
like you're like, okay, there wasn't maybe as much of a gap between then and where we are in the PT. Now they're trying to make it seem like there's more of a gap in terms of style, politics, everything. But I mean, I love this era of the galaxy, and I love the politics. I love the look of it. I love all the Jedi, everything. But let's keep going.
Is my favorite Star Wars content. The first aspect that makes these films the best of Star Wars is the characters. Obviously, I only really have to explain why I prefer these characters to the ones in the originals, because nobody in the Tri-State universe, hopefully, would try to argue that the sequels have the best characters. Let's be honest, Obi-Wan and Yoda served their purpose in the originals, but they were made a lot better by the prequels. Showing how they were surrounded by Jedi for so many years makes it more meaningful when we see them completely isolated in the originals. It adds some very important context and depth that we didn't originally have. Obi-Wan really wasn't an amazing character in A New Hope. He began
he
Luke's
really
journey
wasn't.
and had a good
No.
sacrifice, but he truly became a favorite for me and most people through the prequels.
Yes.
His journey of training...
I mean,
I still say he's bent the voodoo.
I
Some
mean,
negotiator didn't even try to negotiate with Maul, didn't negotiate with Dooku,
yeah.
didn't negotiate with Grievous, didn't negotiate with Anakin. The guy sucks at being a negotiator. Just saying.
Yawn, yawn, yawn. But I mean, one of the big things for the OT, well, I love Obi-Wan in the OT, obviously, right? He's that passing of the torch figure. He's the original mentor. But let's not forget, Alec Guinness was one of the biggest, if not the biggest actor around at the time. So
Yeah.
that's also where it's like, oh my God, Alec Guinness Obi-Wan, right? Even at the time in 1977, Alec Guinness was a huge draw for that character too.
Anakin for Qui-Gon, then to feel like he failed them both is fantastic. And he's also one of the few Jedi I feel like with actual good morals. He's the one always trying to do the right thing and think through things, and he pays the price for it. Obi-Wan carries parts of this trilogy, and he is absolutely one of the best characters in Star Wars, if not number one. And it's because of the prequels.
Yep.
Then, of course, there's Anakin. Sure, it wasn't a great decision to have him as a 10-year-old in The Phantom Menace, but I believe his arc was actually well done. His slow fall to the dark side through temptation, and because of the injustice of the Jedi, is a really interesting story to follow. To me, it makes a backstory that was established in the originals into an even better arc. So overall, the prequels definitely have the best characters to me. There's Jar Jar and some underused villains, but the main characters get much better focus and actual character arcs, unlike Han Solo or Princess Leia, dare I say. Obi-Wan and Anakin in the prequels have...
I mean, I kind of disagree with that a little bit with Han and Leia. Honestly, I would say that the original three characters, right? The trio, they have really good, I think, character arcs and throughout all movies. I mean, Leia learns to kind of be not less serious, but more open to others, and while still being true to herself and being a great leader when people really needed and relied on her, and she learned to love and be accepting of that and still do everything I just said. Han, you was able to kind of leave his scoundrel lifestyle behind, and step into him and Luke have to step into larger roles. That's the hero's journey, right? Slightly different starting points, but they go through similar arcs or similar changes, just in slightly different ways, because that's what the story requires, right? And Han, by the end of the trilogy, is a general. He's a totally different man than when he started, which is why what we saw in the sequel trilogy, how he started out in The Force Awakens, was so detrimental to that growth. And I know he
What
didn't mention
growth?
Luke here. What growth? What growth? Yeah, no, that's why they watch the sequels only. You would be like, oh wow, he had no growth. And then I know he didn't mention Luke there, so I won't go into it.
The most interesting
Luke was
stories
in
in
the
Star Wars
sequels.
No, it was Jake.
by far to me. The originals delivered us the most iconic stuff for sure, but there's more depth to the ones here. Next is the lightsaber duels and fight scenes. I hope nobody argues against these fights being the best. The ones in the original
Lucasfilm might with their top Star Wars
Don't
battles.
shut up, shut up, shut up,
originals are
shut up.
slow, dated, and kind of boring. The ones in the sequels are extremely forgettable and just not creative at all. But the ones in the prequels are all phenomenal. It's truly some of the only action in movies that I can think of that's actually very interesting and fun to watch. And all of these fights are so memorable. Duel of the Fates, the Geonosis one, Dooku versus Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda, and anything in Revenge of the Sith. These fights made Star Wars what it is.
I can live.
Another thing that makes the
I know what you're gonna say. Oh no, nerd, where'd you go? What happened? Uh-oh. Nerd. Well, everybody, it's just me right now. We'll keep watching. I know what he's gonna say though. He's like, I could live without the Yoda and Dooku fight. We've talked about that, me and him off pod a lot. Not one of his faves, but let's keep watching and see if he comes back.
Prequels, the best of any of the trilogies, is the time period of the story.
Agreed.
There's a lot more interesting stuff happening.
Are you back, nerd?
I don't know. I can't see you
I hear ya.
or the thing. So
I
we
hear
might
ya.
have to call it here soon. Yeah, I can't see the video.
Okay, so can you hear the video?
Yeah, I can hear the video. I just can't see the video, so we'll probably have to call
Alright,
it after this one.
Yep. Yeah, we got about 2.5 minutes on this video, and then we'll close out.
Happening the Republic, Separatists, the Jedi Council.
Yeah, I'll go
and
back a little bit for you because he's saying how now the reason is the time period's the best.
the trilogies is the time period of the story. There's a lot more interesting stuff happening with the Republic, Separatists, the Jedi Council, and the Sith than there is when there's the Empire or the First Order. This is when the ideas of the prequels prove themselves to be stronger than even what's in the originals. It's also the Clone Wars TV show that pushes it further and makes everything even better, but this time period had so much more to explore. The way that the Republic is corrupted, that the Separatists think they're the good guys, the flaws with the Jedi, and everything secretly being controlled by Palpatine, it's fantastic. In the rest of Star Wars, it's a very clear good versus evil, which honestly got kind of boring compared to this and the Clone Wars. Adding on to that is the world building. When I was rewatching the original trilogy, it surprised me how little it showed of how this world works. They tell us the Empire is in control, but we don't see what difference that makes to any normal person's life. That's when I realized I liked the world of Star Wars, all because of the prequel trilogy. The world building that The Phantom Menace does is some of the best to me. We really get a clear idea of how things work in this galaxy, and it's great to learn about the Force and how people see the Jedi. Again, the time period and the world of the prequels is made with so much creativity that it makes any story set there the best of Star Wars in my opinion. It may have been pretty odd for the fans of the originals when it came out, but really this is Star Wars to me. For people who love the originals and then saw the prequels later, it makes sense that they wouldn't like these films, but for me they represent Star Wars just as much as the originals. Every new thing in Star Wars automatically gets hate, and so did these films, but the ones who grew up with this generation of Star Wars love them. For the Disney sequel trilogy, I hope this doesn't happen, but I'll tell you why it won't. The prequels add so much to the world and make the originals better as a whole, while the sequels only ruin and tear down the previous trilogies. So my overall point is, it's time to accept that the prequels should be just as loved by Star Wars fans as the originals. This is my favorite Star Wars trilogy, and that's okay. Because when seeing the current state of a franchise like Star Wars, it's important to look back at projects made from passion like the prequels.
Yep.
What we have now is a lot of effortless, dry cash grabs from Disney, which may be technically better in some ways, but the prequels understand this universe and added to it in a valuable way. They should be appreciated more.
All right, I like that video. I'm gonna give it a like. Movie Micah, okay. First video I've seen by Movie Micah, but really cool, man. Anything from those last few points that you want to talk about?
Not really.
It's pretty spot on, right? That's what I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I mean, I think he's so right. I mean, obviously,
Fuck the
yeah.
sequels.
Yeah, F the sequels. Of course, right? I know OT fans who are diehard OT fans. I think everyone does this, and we see it now with modern Star Wars too. You have an idea in your head what it might look like or be like, and it's not that. But I like what he says that the prequels understand the universe it's in better, right? I think it does complement
It
the
really
Star Wars
does.
universe. Yeah, it does. You know, I want to talk to an OT, a diehard OT fan who grew up with it, like who can really tell me like what from a world building and look standpoint they didn't like about the prequels and how it went against what they thought.
Dude, we will get OTT on here. Original Trilogy Talk, a great Star Wars YouTuber and friend that I met at Rebel ScumCon. All he does is talk about the original trilogy, obviously, because his name is Original Trilogy Talks.
Yeah, and what we should do is I would love to watch the 10 Star Wars plot holes caused by the prequels with OTT. You know,
Dude,
because
I'll message him. We'll set this up.
let's set it up. Let's do that. And then also we can watch with him as well. Let's see. There's another one on here that we could do together. Oh yeah, the one with Eckhart's Ladder, right? The what the backstory for some things was before the prequels. I know Eck is a huge Legends fan, which isn't really OTT's preference, but I think that's where us and OTT could discuss then, okay, this is what Legends was saying some of the background was. How does that play into how we feel about the OT and how we feel about what the prequels ended up doing? But yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm down. And those videos were fucking great.
And I got even more in this folder, you know, that we didn't get to today. But I think I mean, I'm down to always gas up the prequels, and yes, we will gas up the OT as well, because that's the Star Wars we like. And yeah, then
Bro, why do you think I haven't come out with a video of continuing my series of things I don't like in the original trilogy? Because what is there to not like, bro?
exactly. No, I 100% agree, dude. But yeah, man.
Actually, I got an idea for how I'm
What?
gonna make that video.
Okay. Let's do it.
Well, I think that pretty much does it because I can't see Outer Rim or any of the other videos that he's got planned. Shout out to Paula and the other two people that were watching throughout the entire stream.
Thank you guys so much.
Hope you guys have a great one. And anything else, Outer Rim? You wanted to tease or talk about a little tease or whatever for stuff that we were working on.
Yeah, just real quick, real shameless plug. I know we've teased a little bit of it before, but yeah, Nerd and I have been working on a fan project, fan film project. It might be taking one or two different shapes or forms depending on how much we can do it. But yeah, we feel that like others, Star Wars is going to be maybe best in the hands of its fans who can be creators and not as much maybe Lucasfilm or Disney. I think it's safe to say with the AI wave, Nerd, do we feel comfortable telling them, you know, what we're doing with our fan film from a concept, or do we still want to kind of keep that to the chest?
Well, let's not get anybody's hopes up about it being a fan film just yet.
Yeah. That's why.
That is the ultimate goal, but
animated
until we get it animated. We are working on a nice little 2D Clone Wars style project that takes place 7 years after. Did we say 6 or 7?
It's
Oh,
like
fuck
six.
me.
Oh god. Oh, it's between 5 or 7 years after
Yeah,
the
5 to
rise of
7
the
years.
empire.
And do we want to drop characters?
You know, we'll say this. It's a combination of a beloved character originally from the prequel era, maybe somebody we kind of went over some stuff with today, as well as pulling from a probably the most famous or notable or liked Disney era character. Um, which says a lot about how we feel about the strength of our project that we think you guys are gonna love. As we said, idea is fan film animated, 2D Clone Wars art style, the whole 9 yards. We have our voice actor. We're going to be scoring this thing. We think it's going to be around 15, maybe 20 minutes in length total. We've a fantastic screenplay that we wrote, as well as we're putting money behind this project. But I think one thing I could also say is if we can't find an animator, we are dabbling this idea of where we'll make it more like an audio book, an audio experience, something that we might do a lot going forward with other ideas we have, kind of like some of the what if ideas we talked about earlier. Anakin versus the 501st, right? Or something like that. We want to make more stuff for you guys in the Star Wars community because we're so passionate and knowledgeable, and we really think are going to be able to satisfy people with what we have.
We got Route to Mandalore in the chat.
Nice. What up, Wom? But yeah, that's it, man. Anything coming out on the channel that's coming up soon?
I guess a little bit of comic book reviews. Like I said, I've been reading the Republic comics. Shout out to JT Lovecraft for constantly talking about those. Because I finally decided to start reading them.
Yeah, send
and
me
they
some.
are actually really good. I started reading the Old Republic comics, which
Ooh.
seems to have been like there's different sections. There's the Old Republic, which is the video game comics, which is basically like the books that I've been reading's comic adaptations. And then there's the Knights of the Old Republic comic run that I'm going to be starting. That's a big fucking issue run. That's like 55 issues. It's fucking insane. I mean, Republic is like 86 issues. So
Wow.
there's going to be a lot of comic book videos on the channel soon.
Sweet. Well, I would love to watch those. I can't wait to see them. Definitely send me some stuff where you're getting the comic stuff, because I would love to read some of those as well. Maybe we can both talk a little bit about it. And then for my channel, I'm going to be clipping some stuff from here to put out. Definitely going to be finishing up some more conversations around future Star Wars, Filoni, maybe doing some breakdowns on that, as well as just going to still be working on some more video essay topics I have. And then as we get closer throughout this, year with stuff, I'm going to be dropping more stuff in regards to Ahsoka. And then just, hopefully we'll do another one of these streams in about 4 weeks. So that's all I got, really. Just trying to put out videos, more than one in a month. I'm trying to do one every like 2.5 weeks. Sorry, life's just been crazy and super busy outside of YouTube.
Yeah, he's just making excuses, y'all.
You don't say
that. Yeah, I think that pretty much does it. So thank you guys for watching, and may the force be with you.